25 nations are gathering in Seattle for the World Trade Organization meeting.
The TV stations, they're not informing people why there is a protest. This explains why there is a protest.
My personal reason for marching is I want to see fair labor practices.
Globalization is already gone too far.
Raise your hands in the air.
United our state.
We're here gun violently shutting down the World Trade Organization.
Standing at the gates of theft here in our wonderful late-stage neoliberal capitalist world, getting this edition of It's All Happening off to a de-evolutionary start with Ohio's own Spud Boys from Dacron, Ohio, from which we're broadcasting this transmission from the Cultural Liberation Front. That is, It's All Happening, your ongoing music-based soundtrack to our interesting times. I'm Andy Valeri, welcoming you and thanking you for tuning in and making this program part of the soundtrack of your day. We're here for the hour over your amplified radio airwaves and internet digistreams, though wartime restrictions may apply in your area, delivering radio for the real freedom agenda. No AI or algorithmic playlists involved, just music by humans, and for our humanity. We've got lots of grooves ahead, so keep it tuned in and turned up as we amplify some sounds of this world through music. A world where
it's all happening.
I hear a sound above my head, distant sound of thunder booming out on the moor.
I swear it blows my mind a little, this religious level of devotion that we have to modern consumer capitalist ideology, that we immediately start contextualizing ourselves as redundant rather than even consider for a moment that we should start talking about fundamentally changing the system itself. It's not even really a particularly old system. We've changed it before.
The struggle goes on. Some say the earth will keep on turning. Dread times are near, and I'm not joking. Are you warning as we continue the same old morning? The chosen race just keeps on begging, yeah. And I wanna know who responsible. But don't give a damn, no. But don't give a damn, no. Mother's joy turns to pain and hollering, weeping for their babes and saplings, spirits of the innocent wandering until your separation everlasting. But I wanna know who responsible. I wanna know who's responsible. But don't give a damn, no. But don't give a damn, no. Oh Lord. Oh Papa, them chest keeps on burning. Fist clenched tight, I grit them teeth, a blood is boiling. The price is high, yet they keep on paying, yeah. Oh Lord, the little bundles of love, they are all missing. I wanna know who responsible. But don't give a damn, no. Don't give up, brothers and sisters. This plight we're facing. Get involved, problems to solve, yourselves concerning. Divided we are so. One by one we are falling. The front line of the back is not dead. The duty's calling. I demand to know who responsible. I wanna know who's responsible. But don't give a damn, no. Whoa. But don't give a damn, no. Talking down south, Atlanta killings. Talking down south, the dead for bombings. Talking down south, as I knew you're coming. They'll cut your hearts out, and I'm not joking. Turn no black eye, brothers be willing.
When they divide up the pie in Washington, do you ever wonder who gets the biggest slice? Most of your taxes go to pay for wars, past, present, and future. What does your money buy? It buys you Vietnam, and with it, inflation, unemployment, disunity, and death. It buys you bombs instead of schools, defoliation instead of clean air and water, tanks instead of trains, and destroys homes instead of building them. Isn't it time we got out of their country and back into ours? Write your congressman. Tell him you need a bigger piece of the pie now.
I do think you can win by clarifying the fight.
You're listening to Where It's All Happening, your audiophonic Robin Hood of our attention economy. brought to you by your friends at Big Beef Productions and Strategic Air Command. For more information on the program, including complete playlists to this and every episode in the series, please feel free to visit us at bigbeef.com. Stay tuned, as we've got plenty of that 11-pound cake of groove to serve up ahead.
It's all happening right in front of our faces.
It's all about the money.
A small increase in taxes of the super rich over £10 million could raise a lot of money in this country for what they're trying to get money for, but they're taking it from people that are in poverty already and on benefits. They're really screwing people, and I don't think it's at all fair, the system we have.
The Adams County Sheriff kicked down my door. Then I heard the glass break. They found no kidnapping victims, just some lemon pound cake. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got hot. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He's a Adams County Sheriff. He's hungry and he's big as hell. He was sniffing for weed. Then he smelled another smell. What was that? Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. It made the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. He sees my cake and my porno mag call boom boom. Something happened to his camera on the way to the evidence room. Mama's lemon pound cake. It tastes so nice. Make the sheriff wanna put down his gun and cut him a slice. Of what? Of what? Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake. Lemon pound cake. He wanna put down his Glock. Lemon pound cake. Trending on TikTok. Lemon pound cake. He's a family guy. Lemon pound cake. The munchies because he got high. Lemon pound cake. Pound cake.
This is not just a problem of like, oh no, the wages are too low, or the prices are too high, or the tax system is inappropriately balanced. This is a homicidal, genocidal, pedophilic collection of war-profiteering sociopaths who have hijacked society's power structure from within and are weaponizing them against all life on Earth for personal gain.
a chance. I once saw love and true romance. I sold my soul and lost control, and now my God is rock and roll. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. It ain't too hard to tell. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. It ain't too hard to tell. I tried so hard but fell deep into the pits of hell. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. I broke every rule and I crossed every line. I paid all my dues, I paid all my fines. I stuck to my roots, but my roots weren't tied to the ground. I was bound to get lost in this life, that's right. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. It ain't too hard to tell. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. It ain't too hard to tell. I tried so hard but fell deep into the pits of hell. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. Talk with an angel and a demon. One of them was smiling, one of them was scheming. I dropped to my knees, I was pleading and begging, till I ran out of reasons why I should be let in. Go get him. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. It ain't too hard to tell. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. It ain't too hard to tell. I tried so hard but fell deep into the pits of hell. I'm a bad, 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 bad man. I'm a bad, 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 bad man.
In the great financial crisis, we did a Justice Department deal with them, a sweetheart deal with them, in which one of the findings of the Justice Department was that Credit Suisse had been defrauding the United States of America with the same basic fraud scheme for over a century. I didn't say a decade, I said a century. So you're talking about tens of millions of frauds, and they gave them a sweetheart deal. And then they did 4 more scams just since the great financial crisis, and then blew up the second biggest bank in Switzerland. And so now, then the largest is going to acquire it.
Times are hard, you're afraid to pay the fee, so you find yourself somebody who can do the job for free. When you need a bit of loving, cause your man is out of town, that's the time you get me running, and you know I'll be around. I'm a fool to do your dirty work, oh yeah. I don't wanna do your dirty work no more. I'm a fool to do your dirty work, oh yeah. Light the candle, put the lock upon the door. You have sent the maid home early like 1,000 times before. Like the castle in his corner in a medieval game, I foresee terrible trouble, and I stay here just
no more. I'm a fool to do your dirty work, oh yeah. Oh yeah, I don't wanna do your dirty work no more. I'm a fool to do your dirty work, oh yeah. I don't wanna do your dirty work no more. I'm a fool to do your dirty work.
The main proponents of this movement at that time no longer are part of the party. Do you feel that you're just rehashing the same old party? That you're part of something that's come full circle?
Full circle.
The nice part of it is, there's one waiting for you right now.
Because we got people's reputations at stake.
Today's wordies: ridiculous, meaning extremely silly or unreasonable, deserving or inviting derision or mockery, absurd.
Elon Musk is a f*** of a man, just look at his rich kid face. Well, I'd like to make his dream come true and shoot him into outer space. Wasn't it Vladimir Lenin who said there ain't no competition? Once rich buy up all the capital, they buy the law and the politicians. He's not an inventor, he's an investor. And if you don't lance them, they start to fester. So if you're running around in a panic and you're wondering who you can trust, well, it's socialism or barbarism, it's people or Elon Musk. Elon Musk is a husk of a man, born on an emerald mine. He's a big bootliggin' grifter with a mediocre mind. When we say power to the worker, ain't that just exactly it? We're the ones who f***ing run this place, and rich guys don't do shit. He's not an inventor, he's an investor. And if you don't lance them, soon they start to fester. So if you're running around in a panic and you're wondering who you can trust, well, it's socialism or barbarism, it's people or Elon Musk. I said socialism or barbarism, it's people or Elon Musk. Your choice.
impose austerity on the masses while they themselves live in luxury. They praise competition until they need to crush rivals. They talk about innovation while blocking new ideas that might threaten their position.
You're listening to It's All Happening, your Steely radiophonic venture into our world through music. For more information on the program, please visit our website at bigbeef.com. Do your duty now for the future, and stay tuned, as there's much more to come.
I'm a black Barbadian man, a Bajan Yankee who was born in this American land. My role, well, I'm the griot, blessed with free flow and a peacoat. My cause, I came to connect with the people. My history is spotty just like yours. I've lied to myself, I've broken laws, I've told untruths to others. I love my father and my mother and my brother. You love your family too? Well, let's consider this our blue. As we're bonded through this common experience, don't get distracted by the variance. I'm holding pain, here it is. I can't be black without historic systematic oppression. I can't look at a cop without second guessing. These are confessions of the heaviness and stress I hold daily, but still light on my feet like Alvin Ailey. I'm just a mortal man talking with you. We all cling to the things we hold true.
You got the soul, live with it every day. You got a role that everybody gotta play. Break out the books, learn your history. You got the soul, live with it every day.
Maybe you heard of Nat Turner, the rebellious slave. He's well known because he misbehaved, or rather he behaved in ways that aligned with his people's freedom. So of course you know the system needed to delete him. This happened back in 1831. Nowadays I feel our lives are just a living, breathing issue of the rerun. The power divide initialized to never skip a season. Look at the collective consciousness and what we've become. The punishment for slave rebellion back then was to limit education for black women and black men. Look at the current cost of education. Plus, check out the music on your local station. Mind-numbing, the time's coming to seize a change. The media will spin this shit to make the activists all look deranged. I'm just a mortal man who's talking with you. We all cling to the things we hold true.
You got the soul, live with it every day. Everybody's gotta play. Break out the books. Yeah, yeah. Learn your history. You got the soul. Yeah, yeah. Live with it every day.
They hired the lawyer from Whittier. Seemed to be bright, and then he turned out to be a disaster. So then he gives them Ford. Runs into a lot of things. Then they say we've got to have somebody clean and pure and preferably even twice born will do. And then he shoots himself in the foot, every day for 4 years. Now you can see there's desperation at the Chase Manhattan Bank. I mean, this is their country and they can't find anybody for this job. So they said, let's just get the best cue card reader we can find.
Have you forgotten
they did.
that once we were brought here, we were robbed of our name, robbed of our language. We lost our religion, our culture, our God. And many of us, by the way we act, even lost our mind. Lost our mind. You say, goddamn, this is a dope jam. But let's define the term called dope, and you're thinking me funky now. No, here is a true tale. Why the ones that deal, all the ones that fail. Yeah, you can move if you wanna move. What it prove? It's here like the groove. The problem is this: we gotta fix it. Check out the justice and how they run it, selling, smelling, sniffing, riffing, and brothers trying to get swift in, selling their own, rob a home, while some shrivel a bone like comatose walking around. Please don't confuse this with the sound. I'm talking about
And you know, we have these stories in history, I don't know how true they are, that, you know, when the British elites got so rich, they eventually decided to do things like more philanthropy and, you know, help set up the welfare state and help protect the poor. And for that reason, you know, they were able to protect the political stability of the countries they lived in. Whereas the French elites, they didn't give anything back. They did all they let them eat cake and they get their heads chopped off.
When I was just a boy, my mother asked me this: what you wanna be when you grow up? I said a big philanthropist with date as my oil. And now this is my business, with guns as my retirement and war as my mistress. I'm gonna be an oligarch with a whole bunch of rockets. I'd get them two sides fighting and I'd empty both of their pockets. And if I got bored or money weary, I'd try my hand in dabbling in social engineering. I'm gonna be a billionaire with a big foundation. We used to rule in shadows, but I'd come right out and I'd rule the nation. I'm gonna do all my own laundry in a third world nation state. Experiment with the locals like some philanthropic saint, and I'd never make a cure. And I'd get your treatment plan. You can die in slow installments, and I'll bleed you while I can. And I'd travel around the planet on a big old mystery jet. What I did would be my business, and what you did I would collect. If I were a philanthropist, just run around philanthropist, and not a whole lot of help just for myself, but I gotta make it look convincing. Go!
Tax, wealth, not work.
That's a winning message.
Hey, nose to the grindstone, pal. Or get with the program.
Gonna make a pledge to the TV preacher and hope and pray that I get richer. Turn up the green on the picture. Have another swig of this hard liquor. Breathing in the mist of the crop duster. Gazing at the stars that have lost their luster. Seek Kyle to the in God we trusters. Ooh, drug busters. on the picture. Have another swig of this hard liquor.
Regarding visits at the Guantanamo base?
Yeah. We have flights out of Puerto Rico just about every Wednesday, and they're 2-night flights. Okay. From Puerto Rico to Guantanamo, the flights are free. You will be required to pay $12 a night per person for the lodging, and then whatever expenses you incur for telephone or internet access and meals.
At the moment, I think the system we have is very much about tying people down. I mean, again, the death situation, this is not something that just happened. This happened because of very calculated decisions. And you can see it very much, again, in the UK, where they did an tuition reform where they said, okay, let's just raise tuition across the country and give everybody student loans and then we'll be in debt. I mean, it's completely self-conscious. You know, this is not just something that just happened somehow. But the point of that is to make sure that people start thinking of education not as a sort of exploring whatever they think might be interested in deciding for themselves where they can put their creativity, but rather, you know, do something which people who want to hire them in the relative immediate future will definitely want now.
We've had a 50-year neoliberal expansion in this country. We have literally had a gilded age in this country for the last 50 years. That is not being dramatic. 50 years in this country. The wealth has skyrocketed to the top. 229% increase to the top 1%. That's a crisis of corruption, a bank robbery, all the money being stolen from the middle and the bottom to the top.
We can't rely on bland, white bread, centrist politicians to prevent the rise of oligarchy. And they can't do it. They don't have that sort of power to mobilize people. They are trying to play both sides at the same time. They're trying to appease the oligarchs to get them off their backs, and they're trying to appeal to the people at the same time. You cannot ride both horses.
Put mirrors on the ceiling, we'll have a bunk bed by the bed. You'll line my mattress with nails, 1 for every time something psycho came out of your mouth. Your cavern eyes are praying, your scarlet lips half saying a sales pitch for the circus in your mind. Young lady, you're scared. Temple, carry me to your shrine, dedicated to the prince of the last of your 9 lives. She waited in the darkest corner all night until I closed up shop. I turned out the lights. Then she begged for me to drive her home. I thought about the Kensington Stranglers. I was about to say no. I said, no need, get out, take your purse. Young lady, you're scared. Young lady, you're scared. Remember that time you wrote me 200 letters, never once to a single reply.
Why would Israelis spy in and on the U.S.? A General Accounting Office investigation referred to Israel as Country A and said, quote, according to a U.S. intelligence agency, the government of Country A conducts the most aggressive espionage operation against the U.S. of any U.S. ally. The document concludes, quote, Israel possesses the resources and technical capability to achieve its collection objectives.
We're talking about the kind of wealth and power that can corrupt and alter the system that governs people's lives and threatens people's well-being.
They control the wealth, they control the laws, and they control the system, but they can't control everything forever. What those in power do to make their power absolute often end up making it more fragile. When they silence opposition, they isolate themselves and lose vital feedback about what's happening in society. When they hoard wealth, they create resentment and alternative power centers, and when they eliminate rivals, they destroy the very institutions that could help stabilize their rule. While dismantling institutions may provide short-term control, it removes the foundations for sustainable governance, leaving the regime vulnerable to collapse or external threats.
listening to It's All Happening, your weekly sonic venture into our world through music. I'm Andy Valeri, your producer and host, thanking you for tuning in and making It's All Happening part of the soundtrack of your day. It's All Happening is produced by Big B Productions and is a proud participant in the Cultural Liberation Front, one that seeks to use art, culture, and community to help elevate and improve our society. For more on the program, including complete playlists and links to all the music and information you've heard on it, along with where and how to listen to previous and future episodes of the program, please visit our website at bigbeef.com. That's bigbeef.com. There you can sign up for the program mailing list, and you can contact us directly by email at radio@bigbeef.com. Thanks to all the local independent community radio stations who help make this program available to you over your still public airwaves. Take care and catch you again next week, where we'll deliver more musical antidote of cool to the forces of evil uncool here in this world where
it's all happening.
No man's an island when he's had this conversation. No man's a forest, even if he tries to be one. I've seen your insides, they're colorful. But you're not an island, even if you try to be one with me. If I had a problem, then so did you. 'Cause no two's an ocean of solitude. Oh, as well, did you care for me? Oh, as well, did you care for me? Oh, as well, did you care for me? Frame wouldn't help me now. Need a steady hand, intentions clouded on you. 'Cause I'm not a forest, even if I thought I was one with you. 'Cause you're not an angel, even if you're close. We had a problem so minuscule. 'Cause no two's an ocean of solitude. Oh, as well, did you care for me? Oh, as well, did you care for me? Oh, as well, did you care for me?
The preceding program has been a presentation of Strategic Air Command, a proud subsidiary of Big Beef Productions.
Life is too short to not say exactly what you mean all the time.